Good morning. Charles Merkel here for day 127 of 3-minute 10 breath total body warm up. This morning, I'm thinking about bucking the trends. In particular, and what got me thinking about this is there's a meme going around, people upset with the current administration. And I'm not here to persuade you either way politically. You believe what you believe. But there's a current trend. I guess there's in the middle of the month, a planned, or maybe the hope of a plan of an employee walkout to show discontent, a mass walkout to show discontent for the current administration. But I have to wonder, and this isn't a knock against anybody, as you'll see in a minute. I have to wonder how many people sharing this post are going to take action, are going to actually walk out for 2 days off their job. Say, I'm not coming to work. I'm discontented. Oh, that was a good jump. Discontented with current administration. This is why I'm not showing up, and be willing to accept the consequences. I said, I have to wonder how many are actually going to do it. And if the worst happens and they get fired, are going to accept personal responsibility for their decision or pass the blame to somebody else. One is the reason for the walkout. And I say this, again, I'm not pointing the finger at anybody or any one group. I'm going to switch sides in just a minute. But is the reason for the walkout, is the reason for the not showing up for work, is it just blowing off steam? Or is it something that's in alignment with your core beliefs? Because if you study past trendsetters, the people who actually got things done, study Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Look at the life of Mahatma Gandhi. These are people who took a stand, who bucked trends, bucked systems. They didn't just walk off for 2 days. They dedicated their lives to a cause, to something in alignment with their core beliefs, and they were willing to accept the consequences. I say this because there's so much online and in social media that just comes and goes. It's amazing to watch. It really is. Because I've stepped out of jumping into every little argument and fight. I've stepped out of, for the most part, the mass media, right or left. Because I've mentioned it before, it follows a trend, giving you something to be mad about, and then giving you somebody to blame for it. That's mass media these days. That is the formula. And whatever you're told to be mad about, changes every week. I'm not hearing anybody gripe about the tariffs anymore. And that was the hill we're going to die on a few weeks ago. So I'm not trying to encourage or discourage you, if you're mad about the current administration, to walk off your job. That's something you've got to decide for yourself. But think long and hard before you do so, because chances are there's going to be consequences. And if you need If you need a bunch of people to do something before you're willing to step up and do it, you've got a lot of growth to do. Or whatever it is not in alignment with your core beliefs. Both are not good situations. So if it's got to be a mass thing where a bunch of people are participating for you to find courage, that's not courage. That's what we call in the marketing world conformity to group norms. And again, this is just the current political trend. I saw it during Obama's term with the other side. Now it's my turn to pick on the other side. Because I remember, if you know of, I believe it was Dave Ramsey. I believe it was Dave Ramsey. And somebody complaining about something that the Obama administration did. And the question was asked, how can I take a stand without any risk? This isn't the exact wording, but this was the gist of it. There was a bunch of people who was discontented with the current administration, so just like now, but they were too afraid to take a stand because of what might happen. They wanted to take a stand and nothing bad happened. That's not how this works. If you're going to buck the current trend, there's going to be consequences. And you have to be willing to accept those consequences. In my own personal life, my wife, this was a different employer, different job, a number of years ago. Something occurred, and she was faced with the choice. Keep her integrity, stand on her moral beliefs, or risk losing her job. I supported her in taking a stand. She lost her job. My own self, a company I worked for or worked with, did something I vehemently disagreed with. I walked away. I lost that source of income. If you're going to take a stand in something you believe in, chances are there's going to be consequences. I have no regrets about either of those decisions. Did it create some temporary discomforts? Absolutely. Absolutely did. But knowing who we are, knowing what we believe in, knowing the direction we want to take for our own lives and for society at large, we were willing to accept those consequences. That's what I want to see in you. I want to help you grow. I want to help you get in alignment with your own core beliefs, whatever they are. Because if we can get more people that stop following trends, stop following groupthink, stop following the status quo, needing conformity to group norms to take a stand, that's not taking a stand. But if we can have more people knowing who they are, knowing what they believe, knowing what they stand for, and then taking a stand on that, we can make real progress in our society. So this is not a right or left, Democrat, Republican, whatever religion. This is about you and me knowing who we are, being crystal clear in who we are, what we want, going for it, accepting the consequences, no holds barred, just like the old movie, what was it? No retreat, no surrender. And our actions don't have to be in alignment for us to make forward progress. Because you're going to see a perspective that I do not, and vice versa. Not one single person alive today has the whole picture. Nobody. But if we can have a clear picture on who we are, and then make forward momentum on that, I believe, so then we're going to make real progress. Because at the end of the day, despite who you're listening to, a lot of us want the same thing. We may disagree vehemently on how to accomplish it, and that's good. That's good. We need good, healthy debate. Let the good ideas rise to take action on. But we need a good arena for healthy debate. And then take action on the good ideas. And by taking action, we'll find out if it was a good idea or not. All right, I could keep talking on for this for a long time. I just want you to be careful to not get caught up in the heat of the moment, to let an emotional decision cause circumstances that you weren't ready to accept. It's one thing to take a stand. It's a whole nother to take an action based on anger. Whole nother. So if it's something you believe in, consider taking action, but really believe in, and you're willing to accept the consequences. Because whatever it is you're after is worth it. So I've taken made some choices in my life the last few years that has been some hard consequences. Harder than I anticipated. And I'm okay with that. Because I know what I'm working for myself and for my family. I know what we're building. And there has been a deep cost involved. And I'm okay with it. That's what I want for you. All right. Enough of that for today. Let's get started on today's 3-minute 10 breath total body warm up. If you're new, welcome. Just either observe or do your best to follow along. Otherwise, go to the address and the ticker, 7minutemorning.com/free gift. There's no registration. There's no waiting on an email. Nothing else involved. Just click the link, go to the page, and there's a video training with how to do this exercise. So you can join me tomorrow. Because this exercise does take practice. There's a lot of things happening all at once. But once you get proficient in it, the results are magical. All right. Said, let's get started with day 127, 3-minute, 10 breath, total body warm up. And begin. Right. Continue to breathe in through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Take a minute to recover. About today's share. I hope I didn't come across too harsh. And again, I wasn't trying to pick on any one group. I just want you to know who you are. Have a clear picture on what you want. Be willing to make forward progress on it. And there will be times where you have to take a stand. And I want you to have the moral fortitude to be able to do so. I have deep admiration for people who do such things, even if I disagree with what they're doing. That I may disagree with their choices, but they have my admiration and respect. So turn off the noise. Disconnect if you need to. Start listening to what's going inside you. Figuring out what you want. And again, if this walkout's in alignment with that, then you have a choice to make. If not, Let it go. Let the idea go. All right. Yeah. Feel like there's more to say, but we're going to have to pick this up another time. I think we're onto something here. All right. I will see you tomorrow for day 128. Till then, be blessed, be strong, and go be you. All right. Charles signing off.